the end. Just like I said, I'm going to keep it fairly brief because I do have to edit this for radio as well. And nobody likes 15-minute interviews on the radio, you know. Yeah. All right. Gino Aragon here with you. And I am very, very happy and very thrilled to have a special guest here with us. And that guest, especially if you're a wrestling fan, you're going to know the name Nick. Or is it Nikki? I can't remember which one. No,
that's hurtful.
No, I had to throw that one in there just for a little bit. No, we've got Nic Nemeth as our guest today. And of course, I'm really excited about the fact that TNA Wrestling coming back to El Paso in December, not for one night, not for 2 nights, but for 3 nights, including Final Resolution pay-per-view, man. I am really looking forward to that.
That's the best of both worlds for us because you know how everyone travels around the world. Sometimes you get a night there. Sometimes you get a couple hours in town and you're on to the next town. This is something special that TNA has set up to give back to the fans. The fans in Texas have always been awesome to us, especially to TNA. Not just pro wrestling, TNA. But El Paso was big last time. And we had them hanging from the rafters and sold it out. And it was a beautiful time. And we delivered for those fans. So now it's on us. 3 nights in a row to deliver for the El Paso fans again. They came to bat for us. It's our turn to give back here.
Oh, I am so looking forward to it. Again, I know we've got a little bit more than a month, and you never know what's going to happen. But just to emphasize the fact that people have got to go ahead and get their tickets. The last pay-per-view you guys had, Bound for Glory. Yes. Oh, my goodness. What a night that was. I mean, a night for yourself, you know, get to call your shot. I mean, you share it with Frankie, but you still get to call your shot there. So that's cool.
Is at least a half of a calling of a shot for me. At least until we figure out a way to resolve this, and maybe it becomes mine, maybe it becomes his, maybe we fight for it, maybe there's a match. Who knows? Maybe we both call our shot at the same time and become co-champion. I have no idea how this is going to work out. So that's intriguing enough. But yes, Bound for Glory was an absolute success for TNA. The entire team behind the scenes, Tommy and Hunter making the creative decisions, Carlos Silva coming through, like setting goals and helping us achieve them. We set a goal for Slammiversary. We killed it. We got everyone talking about us. The next step was Bound for Glory. Got everyone talking about us. Over 7,500 people in that building there to see TNA, and we freaking delivered. And now we're every week it's one more thing. Let's get the word out. Let's get everybody talking. Let's get everyone talking about Impact. And now Final Resolution as we come back to El Paso.
Absolutely. I know that pre-sale tickets are on now for those that get those pre-sale codes, and the tickets are actually going to go on sale this Friday. But I got to ask you, because Bound for Glory was such an amazing night. I mean, from top to bottom, everybody delivered. And because I've been meaning, you know, I know you and your brother Ryan having a good run right there with the tag titles in there, but everything that you've done over the years, and you've done a lot. I mean, if you got your autobiography, it's going to go from caddy to champion, right? And I remember those Kerwin White days.
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't even pass the cheerleaders. But anyway, when
just to break my heart again, yes, I understand.
Just a little bit, yeah. But you know, when you take a look back at your career and all the things that you've done. Like, do you ever sit there with your brother and say to yourselves, hey, you know what? One day we're going to be in the ring with the Hardys. One day we're going to beat them for the championship right there.
One day Ryan Nemeth is going to pin Jeff Hardy. So the Nemeth brothers are the Superior Brothers tag team and become the TNA tag team champions of the world. No, I did not expect that. And we've sat around talking before. And my brother does like to bring up, you know, it's between us. Between the two of us, we have 3 world championships. They're all mine, but between the two of us, we have them. So and now he's got one to himself. So he might have 1/4 of that call your shot trophy also. So who's to say?
I mean, you got to bring him in. I know you were backing him up this last week and everything else too. There,
every
so there
step
you go.
Of the way, yeah.
You know,
I'm a harsh judge of myself and my work and my relatives and friends the hardest. And if this wasn't working, I would have ended it quickly and said, we got to figure something else out. But it has been such a fantastic team together, and we're always on the same page, always watching each other's backs. I think it's only going to get better from here.
Oh, no, absolutely. And I mean, I can imagine that the emotions have been very high, getting able to work with your brother and everything else right there. But when I go back to Bound for Glory, like I said, the idea of having the Hardys there and being in the building, because, you know, a lot of people say wrestling is just wrestling, but for the fans, that emotion is there. And at Bound for Glory, I mean, two things that almost brought tears to my eyes. One, the Hardys and Team 3D. Yeah. I mean, just the entrance in itself and Spike there and the whole thing and just the ending right there. I'm almost tearing up a little bit just thinking about it right now.
That's what's so special about this business, by the way. This isn't TNA, the business. When you create those special moments over the years with kids, families, children, grown-ups. So many people, I've been all over the place in El Paso today, and one of the first things everyone says to me, like, I'm one of the hardcore fans. Or two people so far today said they were there when I cashed in, and they'll never forget it. And those moments, you can't create those because you can't recreate them. They happen sometimes organically, sometimes said to be. With the emotion and the story that you have behind Team 3D and the Hardys, everything they've been through over decades and decades of work, becoming so decorated, always delivering, finding different ways to recreate, to redo their characters and take another form and another layer off. And all of those moments, someone like me who's seen it all, bitter, been world champ, been angry about stuff, all of us, we're not just sitting by the monitors. We were trying to weasel our way out into the crowd to feel this special moment of emotion between the two teams, but most importantly, between all the fans that go, this is a special moment. It very much reminded me of watching Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. And it was like all this emotion, all their careers combined, and you're sitting in there and you're going, you watch them say, I'm sorry, I love you, and put down Ric Flair. I had tears in my eyes going, this is such a beautiful moment. There's few and far between of those, but pro wrestling always comes through when it's down to making memories for everybody that you'll never, ever forget.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The memories that I have from some of the shows that I've seen personally. I mean, I was there when Eddie came in with his championship into El Paso Coliseum that night, and everybody just chanting and, you know, Eddie and the whole thing like that. Talk about emotional. That was an awesome night for me.
That's another one where it's like hometown boy does good. And like, not only are we all behind you as fans, you're representing us specifically right now. And it's like, that's why it's so cool to have so many different stars out there. You have someone like Moose, who's 6'10" and played football. Someone like Rey Mysterio, who's 5'5" and can do anything in the entire world. When you always have somebody different that you can look up to and go, man, you're representing all of us, or the city that you're from, Cleveland, Ohio, for me. So it's like, I got the Miz, so not all of us can be so lucky.
Well, you know, you know,
got to take the good with the bad, you know.
You know, you got to take it as it comes right there, you know, and you know, I was going to bring something up with Ohio. I mean, like, did you guys purposely give up a Joe Flacco just to, you know, annoy the Pittsburgh Steelers? I mean, I'm
annoy
just saying.
The Steelers.
Annoy yourselves.
Think about the rest of us in Cleveland. We rooted for Baker, and then they kicked him off the team and paid a guaranteed $250 million to a guy who was untested for 2 years. Then Flacco comes on and they kick him back off again. Then they bring him back. He's busting his butt for Cleveland. We lose to the Steelers by 30 points. 2 weeks later, he plays for the Bengals, beats the Steelers as an underdog. We can't catch a break in Cleveland. Yes, it's heartbreaking. The city of Cleveland is not making these decisions. The front office of the Cleveland Browns are, and that's the issue, not the Browns.
Hey,
fans.
Don't even get me started about front office decisions right there. We're not going to go there. Okay. Okay. And as a 49ers fan, I don't think we can walk 3 feet without getting injured. So I'm just saying, you know,
that actually, that adds up.
Yeah. And now, and this is what I'm trying to say for everybody else is that you got to get your tickets, because it's the 3 nights, the emotions and the feelings that you feel when you're actually in the building, and you never know what's going to happen in the building. And some of the opportunities are there to really have a lot of fun with these 3 nights. I know that there are special promotions going on for meet and greets and in-ring photos and stuff like that going on. And like I said, there's a lot of people that's going to be there. You mentioned a few of them, Moose. You know, you've got the guys in the X division are just killing it these days.
Incredible. Absolutely. You know? Leon Slater's the future of the business, and no less the future of TNA also. And I hope one day he becomes the youngest TNA world champion, but he's got a little ways to go. But he's freaking 21 years old, man. He's killing it.
No, yeah.
Beyond his years. I'm a fan of his. I've been a fan of his since the day I walked in, and hopefully I get to beat him up soon again.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not even while I am going to get into it because the knockouts division in TNA for me, it has always been the best women that perform and can hang right there. You know, I mean, you talk about Mickie James just going into the Hall of Fame, but you know,
everybody also,
beautiful people as well. And I mean, you've got from Jesse and Cassie coming back as inspiration. I've been a big fan of theirs for a long, long time. And then Indies in there as well. I mean, there's just so many names.
Elegance brand.
Yeah, the brand. I'm sorry.
A diamond in the rough for a year now. It's been impressive. Watching that, I knew Dana Brooke back from WWE days, but Ash by Elegance, she came in and she went above and beyond. I'm so like happy and proud of her, and she kills it, and she has rubbed off on the rest of that Elegance brand, and they have become something like not just it's something special to come see for TNA that we have and we got them. But when they go out there, they crush the matches, they crush the promos, they do something crazy like put somebody through a cake, and then of course everybody's mad at them, but they all want their pictures with them afterwards. So that all coincides with the VIP meet and greets after the shows. That's where you get to talk to the fans and get 2 minutes to like shake a hand and say, hey, thanks. Like, hey, you guys coming back? Hell yeah, we're coming back. Like, all right, that's what I'm talking about. That's what TNA is about, creating new fans and bringing people back.
You know, I was just going to say one more thing about the women because Tessa's a hero of mine. She saved my life last spring.
Wow.
Did you know that? She came down, she came in for an interview. We were outside talking by the truck, and let's just say there's a little thing that the city had to fix up there. I fell backwards, whacked my head, and it's on our security cameras where Tessa's running in to go ahead and get some help because I was on the ground right there. So she's my hero. She's my hero for life, and she's awesome. But everybody is just absolutely killing it. And, you know, just to wind up on that, you know, you can't talk about what happened at Bound for Glory without talking about, you know, Mike Santana getting that championship and something that he's worked at for many, many years as well.
Yes. And I mean, there's a lot of people out there who have worked, who don't get the recognition, but watching his story, watching him, we talked to him on Busted Open on Sirius XM a couple times, and he got emotional talking about his daughter and his family. And this is a year ago. And watching him rise up and every obstacle behind the scenes in his way he's gotten through, and then watching this beautiful story unfold on TV with him. How do you not root for a guy like that? I was a huge fan. I go, and first of all, I said, if he doesn't do this and get this title back in the TNA locker room, I am going to have to go do it. And luckily he got it done. It doesn't mean I'm not going for it. I now got that call your shot half my cup.
You can call your shot at any time. So
he has a beautiful story and I'm rooting for him. But if I'm wrestling him and the bell rings, it's time to beat his ass.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of your wrestling, I promised my boss, Joey, he and I will talk wrestling a lot every morning when we get in to do our morning shows. But he said, you have to ask Nic something for me. And I was actually going to get him in the studios, but we had to push things back a little bit.
Okay.
And that is basically, you have a reputation as being one of the best sells in the business. You hold that distinction with pride. Who do you see coming up that you know, because it's all part of the business of making everybody just everybody's got to go ahead and perform right there. But he just wanted to know, you know, how proud are you of that fact, and who do you see coming up that's you know, you're like, I want to work with that guy.
That's a great question. Wanting to work with someone or watching them go above and beyond,
even just watching them. Is there somebody you watch and go like, wow,
I've seen Manny where you watch and you're like, man, that's a great match, but also this person is going above and beyond so unselfishly to help this match look good, to look weak because you're getting knocked out or a drop. And that is it's tricky to do because in this business we're all ourselves out there also. So you're like, I don't want to look weak. I don't want to look bad. I don't want to get beat up. I don't want to lose. And then there's parts of me, my whole life is like, how do I make this segment the best, most talked about segment, period? And if it's going to have to be me standing out because I got knocked out and I got knocked out for real, like in an MMA fight, then so be it. But there's other ways to do it and make it special, especially in 2025, that black and white area of heel and face where you can blend the two and get everybody talking and then get people behind you, but also shut them up at the right times. That is the masterful craft that we have. And one of my favorites to watch, no joke, I brought him up, the Elegance brand. It used to be Ash by Elegance because she would go above and beyond, not to look dumb, but to volunteer to do something crazy so that everybody else could benefit from it. And that is something that you want in someone at the core of your roster, no less than 1 or 2 or 5 times every chance you get. You want to build around them. And then now I was so happy for her to become champion. So it doesn't happen for everybody, but watching people go, and I was in the ring with Leon Slater, man. And I went, I hope he's not as good as I think he is, because I want him to be able to grow and learn. And he was miles. We're out in the middle of the match, and I went, he's already better than he's supposed to be. Damn it.
Oh yeah. So and I'm looking forward to it.
I wanted to be able to help more, but yeah, in a couple of years he'll be running this place.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, and like you said, when you talk about how everybody's out there Friday, there's a real art to this, the art of wrestling. And for those of fans that really, really enjoy and appreciate the work that you do and everybody else doing over in TNA. So I know that you've had a really, really long day today. So while we wrap up, I was wondering, we have a new thing that's going to be going on my morning show in the mornings to go ahead and give our listeners a chance to, win some cash right here. A little thing we call Minute to Win It. And I was wondering if you would take our minute, the last minute that we have right here, to play a little game with us, if you like. Basically, here's how it goes. 9 quick questions, 1 minute. If you answered all 9 correctly, we sell more tickets.
I was just saying, do I get a free ticket to TNA Final Resolution?
I think you know what? I know some people. I think I can get you in.
Thank you for that. I'll try.
No problem.
We'll see.
Okay. Yeah. And these are just very general questions.
We'll see.
Nothing too tough. Nothing in there that's going to be too tough, I don't think. But 1 minute on the clock. Let's see if Nic Nemeth can get our minute to win it. You ready?
Do it.
All right. Here's the timer. What kind of leaves do koala bears eat? What was that?
Eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus. Yes. Okay.
8 seconds taken away from me, Frank.
I'll give you a couple extra. Which gaming company invented the Wii?
Nintendo.
What is the street address of the White House?
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Who wrote the line, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day"?
Shakespeare.
What day does Thanksgiving take place every year?
Last Thursday of the month.
I'll let you have that one. Also, what does TTFN stand for?
No idea.
Okay. What do you call a cat with a tricolor coat?
Calico.
Calico. All right. And also, out of the 7 wonders of the world, ancient world, which one is still around?
I wanted to say Andre the Giant, but let's go with that, even though I know it's wrong.
Well,
you cost me about 15 or 20 seconds.
I did cost you about 15 seconds, so I'll give you one last question that was going to be the 9th one.
What was the Thanksgiving one that I messed up? It's not the last
It's actually
Thursday?
the 4th Thursday of every month. 4th Thursday of every November. You said the last Thursday. Sometimes it's not the last Thursday.
You know what? Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying calendars work out that way. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But I will tell, of all the people that I played with today, you pretty much got more questions answered correctly than anybody else.
What did I get wrong? In real life, not that 4th Thursday and the last Thursday. What was that?
I had I'm not going to name names.
Shakespeare, I had right?
No, actually, a lot of people got Shakespeare right. TTFN, ta-ta for now, Tigger from Winnie the Pooh.
I'm glad I'm not a millennial on TikTok. I should not know that.
No, the Gen Xers are going to know Winnie the Pooh and TTFN from Tigger, right?
They'll know that when I'm in the home and they're feeding me soup.
Yeah. My final question is, TNA coming to El Paso.
Yes.
Pay-per-view's name is?
Final Resolution.
There you go, my friend. Final Resolution. Get your tickets now. It'll be Friday, December 5th. Final Resolution. They have 2 days of TV tapings as well. You can get your meet and greets. You can get your in-ring photos and all of that. Nick, I want to thank you for taking the time to hang out with us. And, I cannot wait for you to call your shot.
Oh, baby. It's going to be big. I'll see you all December 5th.